Communication cord. Grab the nearest persons to use as your shield while they make their getaway. I'll get them back safe and sound, you have my word. God knows, they must be terrified.
Another fine mess you've got me into. Which come from you? I was perfectly happy in second class. I was perfectly happy to leave straight after the performance.
Shut your squawking!
I'm such an autograph hunter. If only you weren't too hoity-toity to mix with ordinary common decent folk. Hoity-toity!
First of all available manpower is being deployed in the hunt for Countess Anne's account.
So it's a matter of any so they're up to my beat.
We're narrowing the search and confident that it's just a matter of time before they are apprehended when, rest assured, they will feel the full weight of the law.
Where's Mallory? It's Mallory. Major!
Can you see anything? Looks like a farm. Anything useful?
Well, there isn't a bus stop and a telephone box next to it, if that's what you're looking for.
There's someone coming.
Yes.
What is that?
Porridge.
I hardly think so.
You eat or else?
Or else what?
Well, I never used you did.
Starvation. This is what they're going to feed us. Some toast or marmalade will suffice.
Oh, good job.
Father Brown and Mrs. Windermere, sir. Show them in. I've been expecting these. You're here to inquire about my progress. Getaway vehicle, over 100 funds and vans registered in the area, so they'll take some time to form. Knowledge of the signal suggests insider knowledge, so the railway are providing names of sacked or disgruntled employees. Ditto, Damia's staff. We're checking for ex-convicts in the locale, conditions for robbery, 20-mile roadblocks, and an all-roads alert. So, if you think there's anything I've missed. You've been very thorough, Inspector. A rare compliment from you, Padre. Now I know you're a dying. But on this occasion, all that's required is good old-fashioned police work. If you want to help, maybe you could offer...
Next right, next left, Delta 5056.
advantage of them out of my hand. Now. Thank you. A word, please, Sergeant. Show me your behind you. Good place, sir. It's descending in control, so I want no repetition of this. Crime scene on the 24-hour guard.
Echo uniform, Delta 1556.
The Padre out of my sight. Any funny business and you deal with it under pain of death. Yours, that is.
Daughter, they're doing my heading. Oh, no. No, I get what they said. It was nonsense. You aren't supposed to shoot the lights out. Oh, not me. Not me. I never fired me gun. 2 shots is all I fired. Not the lights. I think I can count to 2. And I can count to none. I wouldn't let
Delta 1556, we request cross of runway 18 and 30 and 360. I think. No.
She is still larger than life. Her legacy will live on. Her voice recorded for eternity.
That's so.
Poor Lucy. She's not one mother but two. Going ahead with the adoption. Oh, good God.
My name wasn't on the papers. She considered father's extraneous to requirement. Her husband's never lasted long enough to play the part.
It smells like you're over there.
And what will you do, Miss Thorpe?
I hadn't thought about it. I think I'm rather too old to reinvent myself.
Tony's not. You could go back to the board.
You're an actor.
Is your question in fact successful? Actually, he was rather good. Too good for Bianca. But she decided there wasn't room for 2 stars in her firmament. The parts mysteriously dried up.
That's enough, Liz. Is there any news of Lady Felicia and Mrs. McCarthy?
The police are doing everything they can. So we can only wait.
Or the 2.97 Delta 1556.
What did I tell you? Took 3 cartridges. What did I tell you? 6 boys.
Well, that settles that
There is another shooter.
They? This morning, I heard you say no one would get hurt. They said.
Those who paid us to rob train. Enough. Well, we could get in more trouble.
Who are these people?
I was sold.
It's Delta 1556, sour coffee.
Oh, those who shoot out the lights, not the jewels.
Maybe they were there.
It was dark. I said I couldn't see properly through them stockings.
To the 110 in here.
Will you? I have to think. Look at us! Oh, the lighthouse man!
There now. No one's crying over spilled milk. What you need to do is find a way to prove your innocence.
I'll just do that.
50710.
No news. You will disclose. We will, of course. Thank you. Goodbye. He's found some gold there.
Thank you.
Hostages begins with an H, not an O. Perhaps you could sound or else, if you don't mind my saying, it sounds a bit woody. Before the Brown demands something.
They ain't cutting no fingers off. Put the tongues out.
Really? Stopped in priestess.
So you can do a better job?
Prove our innocence. Innocence. If
You want your friends back alive. Don't go to
P.S. Don't forget to water the aspidistras and the physical attachment to Friday.
eluding animals into a van is the grave irrelevant. If you must know, pigs. Today is the 2nd Tuesday of the month, from which I deduce. Say,
This is Delta 1556. How copy? A-firm? Sweet. This is Delta 1556, request departure on physics. This is Delta 1556, Atlanta Center, request departure to Atlanta.
You go 5 minutes, Father.
Break, Sergeant.
Oh boy.
All quiet in Dodge. Dodge, sir. Anything to report, Sergeant? I know. Most of the sightseers got bored and wandered off, and the press seemed to have given up. I would say nearly decamped. To the police station awaiting news of our investigation. How's that going, sir? Turns out Bianca Norton was begging for a welfare charity for homeless convicts. I'm having the file sent over to see if they throw up any matches.
Ah, hello. Police people. Police. Hello? 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 Who is here? Don't want you to accept it now, do you? With heightened standards around here, leaving much to be desired.
What was it he said you wrote down?
Oh, a couple of miles from here.
Just went pretty good along. And there aren't many places that require evening trips in the middle of the day.
Yes. Well, don't you worry your head about that. Now, I am going to make us a nice hot cup of tea. Out! I am going over until you will do as you told me. Or what? Focused to death.
At least I might show you up.
And what?
Delta 1556, request departure from Charlotte International, runway 36C, to a VFR to Atlanta.
Father wanted to actually aid in crime reconstruction.
What possible reason?
But I hope that will become clear. Now, if you wouldn't mind, please take your positions as you were on the night. The sergeant and I will play the parts of Lady Felicia and Miss McCarthy. Now, Miss Bucky Whitney, our resident ballistics expert, will play the part of the Roberts. Miss Whitney will play the Roberts.
I improvised. They burst in. They shoot the lights out. Bang! Bang! They're talking
expect we should take fingerprints, sir.
It's only the mother. They're mine. No, Bob, don't. Say nothing. There's nothing you understand. Just call us this.
Barbara, no. I'm arresting you for the help me out. You're not allowed to say anything unless you wish to do so. Whatever you say, maybe take it down to the index. To summarize, a person or persons unknown solicited you to hold up a train at local world famous Devon, during the execution of which you failed to roll signatures.
Atlanta said this is Delta 1556 when I depart Charlotte International for Atlanta via VFR.
What were you thinking? Before going out and coming out properly on my behalf. You want to be a barrister, and you want to be captain of us, I hate to be the one to break it to you. Your friend says he's got two left feet. What do you think stopping you was cash? Scholarship to the grammar school. Irish school certificate in accounting. These teachers say you're a natural for the law. It's because that's time for the right. Well, I suppose that's all right then. You get your holiness to provide a little more basic education. To get your life. You want to spend it here, stuck in that chair with loads of books you'll never use. Then something happens to us. Well then, you can't. You have to spend the rest of it in an institution. Of course, we're becoming ever more into the maths. And as for your hostages, I've seen your faces now. I suppose you're just gonna have to shit.
That's quite enough of your dip.
The only insurance we've got is staying here. Back to the cellar with you.
Well, we're in the middle of nowhere here. I've expected to make a dash of freedom in these gardens. And you have cows that need milking. I suggest you tend to them. My eye. We're up to something. This is a taste, Edward. She really is the most marvelous cook.
Oh, motion sustained. Why did you bring this to me?
The paper says do not go to the police.
Give me one good reason why I should discipline you for gross insubordination. All the instructions. Keep the padre out of my sight. Any funny business that you do with it under pain of death. What's that? Let's just say that we can justify the means. Let's see what she's got to say for herself first.
No traipsing one from the house. Let's sit yourselves down. This is a load of these gifts which you are about to receive through Christ our Lord. Amen.
So, I mean, what do you think? From what I can gather, the only real offences you've committed are attempted armed robbery and kidnapping. Hand yourselves in and get back the hostages and make it in circumstances of a good barrister. Looking at close 5 years. That's what I'll have to happen for that.
This is Delta 5056 requesting departure from Charlotte International to Atlanta.
Detective Inspector Mallory made this statement. With our efforts to confidence, there's enough time for them. And when, rest assured, they will be forward to the law. The other molecule is not on board for information leading to the safe return of his work. The Prime Minister Winston Churchill made a speech in the House of Commons yesterday proposing
Atlanta Center's Delta 1556 requesting departure from Charlotte International via VFR to Atlanta.
Maybe they didn't think it was as... No. Yes. No. to park our posh posterior in a second-class train compartment. My apologies for whisking you off to the left lunch. Into armed robbery and murder.
Sounds good.
It was pitch black. Everyone was shouting. They took me to lunch. It was only a few seconds, but I saw that his coat was over the chair, and I knew there was a gun in the pocket.
Why was your brother carrying a firearm?
For exactly the eventuality that Johnson had.
Are you responding to me, Delta 1556?
The ward KATL, so was the vehicle being attacked.
So you took the gun from the coat.
It was mayhem. Panicking, shouting. And as I pulled it out, it went off by accident. I didn't. It was only when the lights went on that I saw that she. I was in shock. Everyone assumed it was the robbers. The longer I kept silent, the more I was to admit the truth. Did I kill my own mother? Did you know what will happen to me, Inspector?
A tragic accident. You'll be released from police custody. Also, imagine killing her. This will make the money papers. Your faith in the villain's code and intention is not so misguided. Which means it's down to me. They're in here somewhere. I'll rest till I find them. Thank you.
Bro, wait, it was so long, dude.
Former track engineer sentenced to 2 years involvement in a robbery on a train. Recently sent a begging letter to the ex-convicts charity, which was rejected. And Brother Darrow registered for that.
Atlanta Center, Delta 1556 requests departure from Charlotte, Atlanta, from Charlotte International to Atlanta via VFR at 060.
For the sake of our beloved friends, I urge you not to go in living anger.
You stand by and await my orders. This is no place for civilians.
And no offense, but I can outsmart the velocity if you can't give me a firearm.
No, I will not. You are surrounded by armed police with no means of escape. Release the women and surrender yourselves.
I'll try to do as he says. If we surrender, they'll hang us for murder.
What then?
I'd rather go out fighting.
What if we shot someone? It's not their fault then.
Take the bullets out of the gun. At least the bullets will be quick.
You're frightened. I don't want to die.
So, Inspector, what's your plan? I'm going to make them wish they'd never been born. It's been gung-ho, isn't it? Isn't it standard practice to negotiate, sir? They don't know that.
Get ready to fire on my command if they don't come out in 5 minutes.
Let's get that closer to them.
They said they'd release the hostages if we found the killer.
And you believe them, especially when they're caught like rats in a trap. Have you moved aside? Padre, come back here, Padre! Hello? I have something to show you. It's a trap! They'll fire through the door! I wouldn't count on it.
There. What did I tell you?
The murder charge dropped. Could be in. Could be out in 5 years. I can't go back inside. I spared me one last 5 minutes. Did he tell you? It's not his first offence. Our parents were dead. The farm was going under. Somebody had to put food on the table.
What happened to him?
You should have thought that before you went on the train. Me too. Thought the county.
Time's up! 10 seconds and we're coming in.
Just a few more minutes. Now get out of the way before you accidentally get shot.
5, 4, 3, 2. Don't shoot! Hold your fire! Weapons down!
No! Inspector, thank goodness we were so frightened.
It's good to see you safe, ladies. Please move away from the house. It's looking nasty.
No, don't let in there. They didn't kidnap us. On the contrary, they were our knights in shining armor. Come on now.
I'm typically good like this. My brother's down on my seems to be some misunderstanding.
Then why did you hold yourself up inside?
Because you look like the sort to shoot first. Ask questions later.
Until this morning. Doctors in the middle of nowhere without so much as a by your leave.
And if you've got your residence, fine. May I inquire why you didn't call the police?
Well, the telephone was out of order. It's...
Can you give us any descriptions of the kidnappers?
No, they were very nice. But we did hear them talking. One of them mentioned a cousin in Anglesey, with a boat. He was way exhausted.
I think my husband's right enough left.
I asked her to answer the arm.
Of course, relation to Jeffrey. I will be full statements
70 knots, 80 knots. V1, rotate. V2.
Overspeed, overspeed, overspeed.
Autopilot.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are close to landing at the destination airport. Ensure the window is open, the tray table is closed, and the seat back is fully upright. Stow the footrest, video screen, and headset. Fasten and adjust the seatbelt. Thanks.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Minimums.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Welcome to the destination airport. Please keep your seatbelt fastened and don't get up from your seat until the aircraft is completely stopped in the terminal. Don't forget that the contents of the upper luggage rack could move during the flight. Be careful when opening it. Passengers in transit with a connection to another destination, please go to the airline counter at this airport. Our staff will gladly help you in the process. The captain and crew, we thank you for flying with us. We wish you a happy stay.